how's it feel to get your first win at home this season?
Oh man, you have no idea. The elation in that locker room, what it means to the city, what it means to take over the city. The Dirty Birds are back. You get a win at home. You feel that energy. You feel the juice, and you never apologize for anything that went wrong in the game. You just go out there and you win football games.
When you look at the fourth quarter, how critical was Grady's pass rush and Ricardo Allen's interception in the grand scheme of the game?
That's what we've been talking about the whole year, how you end those games. Like you want to end those games with correctable moments that you can go back correct after wins. And today, Rico Allen getting the big pick, Grady on the pressure. We shined the light in that early in the week. We knew we had a clear-cut advantage in there for him to take advantage of some opportunities to rush, and he absolutely did. And, our backers just keep stepping up. I can't say enough about Foye. Can't say enough about Debo and the things they're able to do out there.
Yeah, what was the plan behind the cornerback rotation for Sheffield and Bleedy Ray Wilson and Isaiah Oliver at nickelback?
When you get a guy back and you're getting healthy and you get a guy back as talented as Quez, you want to find roles for him. You want to get him going. You want to get him going. You're going to need him down the stretch. You get those guys in the rotation. Bleedy's leading our team is interceptions. I think that's still the case. You want to get him out there. All he does is make plays. You want to get Chef up and running. He had a tougher day today. Gave up a couple plays. One down the stretch that was arguable, but as far as a penalty, but it is what it is. But you want to get those guys going. 26 been having a nice time inside playing nickel for us, and 2-4 has just been a stud outside the whole time. So I want to keep everybody going and everybody playing fast. You can't have enough corners.
So you're up by 21 in the fourth quarter. What changed that allowed Denver to make things kind of interesting late in the game?
They start to play the catch-up ball. It's put you in 2-minute must situations, and you want to have a better pass rush in those moments with your four-down rush to be able to get to them. And we're not there yet. So let's just be clear-cut about that. So you got to force some pressures. You give up a couple things in the secondary. They're able to move the ball a little bit, have some success. But you mentioned the 2 ones right off the back, the interception, the sack fumble. The guys get up the ball. Don't matter, had a couple more there. Some maybe could have went to New York. They were taking a little bit of time there. I was kind of pointing up to that clock, slowing it down, but I'm glad I didn't have my flag on me because I certainly would have got a penalty by mistake.
What did you think of Olamide's just contribution to the game and kind of the status of the depth chart you guys have?
The depth of that receiver core, as you know, I hold near and dear to my heart. But, to see OZ go out there and play some Z for us and jump in for Calvin and get an explosive, to see Blake go out there, Christian Blake, and make some plays, all the things that we know these guys are capable of doing. Brandon Powell go out there and play a little F inside for us so we can have the ability to put Russ outside. These guys, like I told you, they're like my children, man, like my kids, man, little brothers, whatever you want to call them. But they go out and they make me proud every single week. We can't wait to get Cal back, but these guys are fired up and ready to play.
So many games this year have come down to the wire when one could argue they didn't have to. How do you take these games for what they are, which could essentially be described as games in which the finish wasn't quite there?
I don't think anybody's arguing about the National Football League being a 3-point league every week, man. All these games go down to a wire. Everybody's got fight. Everybody's got dog in them. And these guys are going to come out. We knew they were going to come out fighting. We knew they were going to come out slinging that ball around. There's only a few games a week that don't go down to the wire, and therefore usually extreme situations, loss of quarterbacks, things of that nature. But when you got guys out there that are capable of playing in this National Football League, you better be ready the whole game.
How do you think the team has responded since the changeover? Did you ever sense that they were emotionally down at any point in the season?
I wouldn't say emotionally down, but when you lose and you go 0-5, it's going to be an issue. And now having the ability to win, that's actually called the streak, guys. You guys can know what a winning streak feels like, and let's get this streak going and let's see how far we can take it going into the bye week and just feel good about it.
How close was Calvin to playing today, and what is his status kind of heading into the bye week?
Calvin's always a fighter. Calvin was in my ear pregame. We're sitting the bench. I know a couple of you guys might have saw it, but he's always going to want to play. He's always going to want to go. Sometimes you got to protect your guys versus themselves, and that's what we did today.
Why did the offense stall after scoring on 5 of the first 6 possessions?
Why you guys so negative is what I got to ask. We scored on 5 of the 6 possessions. Stop being so greedy, guys.
What did you get?
Played good. They played better defense.
So what did you get from your backup defensive ends today?
They went out there. They played hard. They played tough. They stopped the run. Obviously you don't get the sack numbers when you go with the heavier guys. We got some bigger, thick guys out there rushing for us, and it is what it is, man. When you get the win, all hands on deck, everybody's going to fill in, man. It was nice to see us get a win.
What's the plan for the bye week now?
Relax, rest, get everybody back, get your coaches out of the building, get them a chance to go home and do some things for themselves, get an early jump on the Saints and be ready to play when we get back. Watch everybody else be miserable next week while I sit on my couch and enjoy it.
Ownership in the front office often are assessing players for the future in situations like this. In your situation, can you afford to do the same, or are you just focused on trying to win games and less on player evaluation?
And I know you know the answer to that one, Allison. We're 1-0 mentality. We're in the moment, and we're going to do what we do.
Is Kendall Sheffield still dealing with some lingering foot issues, or was today just a tough day for the office?
You don't make excuses. Gave up a couple catches. It is what it is. Played against a really good player. That Alabama guy is a pretty good player, and that stuff happens. When you go out there and you play against those kind of guys, Ridleys, those Calvin Ridleys, those Julio Jones, those Jared Judys, those people like that, they can play, and they're going to catch some balls on you. You just got to keep fighting, keep digging.
In the past, this team has seemed to struggle to find their identity on defense. Do you feel like you guys have done that now? A better job of doing that?
We different. Yeah, we different. You just keep singing that to yourself, man. Let's go out there and play games and get ready to play.
How worried were you after the third down run resulted in a legal formation penalty, which stopped the clock and allowed Denver to have 44 seconds on the final drive?
Oh, nervous at all. Good thing I had that mask on, Allison. It is what it is.
What did you see from Isaiah Oliver and improvement in the last few weeks? Is nickel a better spot for him?
He's certainly been playing nickel well. He's certainly been rushing the passer well from the nickel position. He's starting to, get his feet under him there. So let's see if he can continue to grow and make us a better team.
So it's no secret that the hardest part of your schedule is now coming up after the bye week. Do you believe the guys are up to the challenge to go? I know you said, 1-0, but 1-0 more weeks than just a couple, just 2 in a row?
Somebody obviously that nobody that asked that question. We're going to go 1-0 mentality. We're going to play the guys that come up. Every single week in the National Football League is a tough week. Every team you play deserves that credit. It's a privilege to play in this league, and you better be up for the challenge every single week. That's got to be it, Allison. That's got to be it. You got to let me get out of there now.
One more. What's the biggest thing you're looking forward to doing in your bye week?
Just relaxing, getting to enjoy the kids and go do some of those things and go with the family, man, hang out, do some stuff that we need to do, man. Come back and relax, rest, get our mind right, our mentality right, and be ready to come back and play.